We are so busy trying to fix ourselves, right? So busy trying to become someone new that we are completely forgetting the fact that we are already somebody. We are already complete. There is nothing that needs to be fixed. So here in this video, I would like to share with you a very powerful message from Alan Watts. And this message will help you to remember who you really are, and you'll realize that there is no one to become. You are already that person that you're trying so hard to become. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, while reading these quotes, I'm going to ask you a simple question. So, listen to the quote and then ponder over this question that I'm going to ask you after each quote. So, first of all, let's look at this quote. Become what you are, and you will be then what you want to be. Now, the question for you is, how can you become what you are? Okay, pause the video and write down your answer in the comment section below. Now, most of us think that we have to do something in order to be someone, or to become someone. But what if it's the other way round? What if to become someone is to stop doing and to start being? Because we are always perfect the way we are, right? It's our ego that constantly tries to improve itself, to change itself, to mold itself according to its own desires and according to the expectations of the society. But you are more than your ego. You are more than the thoughts that go around in your head. You are more than the role that you play in this world. So if you want to become someone, you have to first realize who you are beyond all of these things. The second quote is, "We are what we pretend to be, so we must be careful about what we pretend to be, and even more careful about what we are pretending to others." So now the question is, what do you pretend to be? What kind of a mask do you wear in public? How do you behave around people? Why do you behave in that way? Is it because you think that's the only way to survive in this world? Or is it because you don't know who you really are? You are what you pretend to be. You are what you believe yourself to be. You are what you think yourself to be. If you think you are weak, you are weak. If you think you are strong, you are strong. It's all in your mind. All of these things are just beliefs that we have adopted over time. They're not the truth. They're not who you really are. You are that pure awareness. You are that consciousness. You are that which observes all these thoughts and feelings and sensations in your body. You are that which experiences life. You are that which enjoys life. You are not these thoughts and feelings and sensations. You are the one who has these thoughts, feelings, and sensations. Don't identify yourself with them. The third quote is, "If you seek yourself, you will find yourself." But if you try to understand who you are, you will never know yourself. Our ego seeks itself, right? That's why we are always trying to improve ourselves, trying to change ourselves, trying to become someone better than we are right now. But we forget that we are already perfect the way we are. When you seek yourself, you seek the truth. And the truth is always within you. But when you try to understand who you are, you try to intellectualize who you are, you try to explain yourself, you try to label yourself, then you are lost. You are caught in the maze of your own mind. When you try to seek yourself, you go inwards. And when you go inwards, you discover who you are. But when you try to understand who you are, you go outwards. You look for answers in the external world, in the opinions of others, in the expectations of others, in the rules and regulations of the society. But the answer is within you. Seek yourself, but don't try to understand who you are. The fourth quote is, "The point is to pass on the torch of the creative impulse, not to clutch it unrighteously to yourself, but to hand it on to others with the unobtrusive and delicate touch that has been practiced in the theater of life for 1,000 years." Here, Alan Watts is talking about the creative impulse, right? He's talking about that spark of divinity that is present in every one of us. Every one of us has this creative spark, this divine spark. But many of us fail to recognize it. Many of us fail to use it. We just live our lives mechanically. We just go through the motions of life. We don't really live life to the fullest. We don't really express ourselves. We don't really use our creativity. We don't really use our talents. We don't really use our gifts. So what should we do then? Well, according to Alan Watts, we should pass on the torch. We should pass on this creative impulse to others. We should inspire others, right? We should motivate others to live their lives to the fullest. We should help them to discover their own creative spark. And we should do all of this with an unobtrusive and delicate touch. We should not be forceful. We should not be aggressive. We should not try to impose our will on others. We should respect others. We should care for others. Only then can we truly live our lives to the fullest. Only then can we truly fulfill our purpose in this world. The fifth quote is, "You can be angry, you can be bitter, you can be disappointed, but then you will simply die of an embolism of bitterness. But if you can accept the reality, accept the fact that things are the way they are, then you will see that all is well." Now here Alan Watts is talking about anger, disappointment, frustration, right? These are all negative emotions. And he's telling us that if we hold on to these emotions, if we don't let go of these emotions, if we don't accept the reality, then we will suffer. We will die an embolism of bitterness. But if we can accept the reality, if we can accept the fact that things are the way they are, then we will see that all is well. Everything happens for a reason. Trust in the process. Trust in life. Trust in the universe. Everything is happening for your highest good. You may not be able to see it right now, but that doesn't mean it's not true. Just have faith. Just trust in the process. Trust in life. Trust in the universe. The last quote is, "To control other people is not to love them." To control other people is not love. Love is to allow another person to grow in freedom. So here Alan Watts is making a very important distinction. He's distinguishing between love and control. He's telling us that controlling other people is not love. Allowing them to be free is love. Why is it so, though? Because everyone is responsible for their own life, right? No one else can live your life for you. You have to live your own life? Yes. You can be inspired by others. You can take advice from others. You can learn from others, but ultimately, it's your choice. It's your decision. No one else can make those decisions for you. You have to make those decisions for yourself. Otherwise, how can you grow? How can you evolve? How can you become who you really are? If you are always controlled by someone else, if you are always told what to do, how to do it, and when to do it, how can you develop your own personality? How can you develop your own character? How can you become strong? No. Love means allowing the other person to grow in freedom. Love means respecting the other person. Love means caring for the other person. Love means being there for the other person. But love does not mean controlling the other person. Love is not forceful. Love is not aggressive. Love is not possessive. So these were some of the most powerful quotes from Alan Watts. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. And if you want me to make more videos like this, please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.